Education, research, innovation, patient care. This is Vanderbilt. This is the Dietetic Internship. It's who we are.
I've been able to see so many things here at Vanderbilt just because it is a teaching hospital. If you go in wanting to learn and asking to see things, they're going to accommodate. If you're interested and you ask questions, you will see things that you could never imagine seeing anywhere else.
The southern wind sings again, and
Vanderbilt University Medical Center is located in Nashville, Tennessee. This dynamic city is home of the Tennessee Titans and the Nashville Predators professional sports teams. Nashville has earned the well-deserved title of Music City and offers an eclectic array of live music everywhere you turn, and is home to the Grand Ole Opry. Nashville is also quickly becoming known for its vibrant and diverse food scene. With authentic restaurants, food trucks, and farmers markets, it's never hard to find a good meal. Recently ranked as one of the top 100 places to live, it is easy to fall in love with this energetic city.
jump right in. Let the music pull you in. You could jump right in. Or lose yourself again. As the southern wind sings again, a night lullaby. There's a place the locals go and no one knows where to find it. And the river starts to flow inside the clouds of misty mountains.
The Vanderbilt University Medical Center is surrounded by the beautiful Vanderbilt University main campus. This university is a private research institution ranked among the top 20 universities in the country and is a perfect complement to this state-of-the-art teaching hospital. The Vanderbilt Dietetic Internship is one of the oldest and most well-established programs in the country, training over 1,000 future dietitians and leaders in food and nutrition. Over the past 5 years, 98% of the graduates from the Dietetic Internship passed the registration exam on the first attempt. This 10-month program provides a unique experience combining high-quality nutrition therapy in the hospital and innovative nutrition programming within community-based systems and networks.
La, 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 la.
Well, I'm Elizabeth Robinson. I'm the director of the Dietetic Internship program here at Vanderbilt. Some of the things that we look for in a prospective intern are individuals who are really interested in coming to Vanderbilt. We're seeking interns who are difference makers, people who have leadership skills, and people who are really interested in being at a medical center that is large. It's a teaching hospital, pretty dynamic, and has a pretty fast pace associated with it. One of the most unique things about our internship program is the fact that we have 25 different rotations that the interns do over 10 months. So although the pace is fast, there's a lot of one-on-one attention that you get from myself as well as the educational coordinator from the internship program. That, coupled with the fact that we have close to 100 preceptors that our interns work with over 10 months, makes it very unique. We don't struggle to find preceptors for our program. Preceptors actually call us and ask if they can precept our interns.
Being a preceptor now, I really enjoy sharing what I've learned with the new interns, showing them what I like about my job, different possibilities in dietetics that they may not have thought of.
I enjoy just about everything about being a preceptor. I really enjoy showing interns Second Harvest, Food Bank, and sort of that other side of nutrition and dietetics that maybe they're not familiar with. I know when I first visited the food bank, I had no idea that it was not just a food pantry, like in a small warehouse. It's pretty amazing, and I really enjoy showing that to interns.
I really enjoy being a preceptor. It's fun to see my patients through an intern's eyes because it's all fresh and brand new. And interns always ask questions, and some of them are really hard, so they keep me on my toes, and I can always learn something from the interns. One thing that's unexpected was the joy I feel working with interns. I just feel really proud of them when I watch them blossom under my wings.
Also the fact that we are medical center based and we're a teaching hospital and a trauma center with 9 different intensive care unit settings is something that's very unusual. And some of the things that we do in the community are very different from what you'll find in other programs.
So I really love the community schools rotation because we had the opportunity to see a lot of different things. And one of those was working with an International Newcomers Academy class. So it's all these people from all over the world in one classroom, and we get to teach them about the grocery store and how to navigate it, and simple things that we take for granted, like weighing produce or the cost of items. So we got to teach them about that, have a really interactive lesson that was pretty basic because these are non-English speakers. And then we actually got to go to the grocery store with them, so we got a whole 360 view on this experience.
Even though I'm not a community dietitian right now, I really enjoyed that experience during the internship. I loved working with WIC and the food banks. It was just really neat, and I liked working out in the community.
So I did a grocery store tour for Burmese families out on Nolensville Road, and we took them around and showed them how to use their WIC vouchers, and then did classes in their apartments to teach them about nutrition, and that's really what got me interested in my current job.
I think one of the things that really surprised me about this internship is the culture of teaching within the hospital. The people that we had the chance to work with and learn from were leaders in their field, yet they wanted to take the time to teach as well. Everybody from the doctors to the nurses, of course the preceptors, they really wanted to provide me with every opportunity possible, and it was so refreshing to be at a facility where you felt so welcome.
Rotation readiness is a 6-week block that the interns do at the very beginning of the program. All 16 interns are together, and it's a combination of some didactic classes that are taught by all different members of the interprofessional team. So physicians, nurse practitioners, certainly registered dietitians, speech-language pathologists, occupational therapists, respiratory therapists. And so that's where some of the didactic classes come into play. But then we also do field trips to all the different community sites, so interns know where they will be doing those rotations. They get to meet their preceptor, they get to navigate through Nashville, which is a unique experience in and of itself. And it really lays the foundation for everything that you'll be doing over the course of the 10 months. At the end of those 6 weeks, the class gets split in half. 8 will start in a disease management or a clinical track, and 8 will start in what we call a management business community track. That's really more of the health promotion, wellness, and community track to the program. So then the interns will do 13 weeks of core rotations in one of those 2 tracks, and then at the end of those 13 weeks, they pick an area where they do their entry-level practice, also known as staff experience, and that's a 2-week rotation. Then you switch and do the other half of the program. So another 13 weeks of rotations, 2 weeks of entry-level practice, and then interns do their 3-week concentration rotation, and that is in disease management, health promotion.
My name is Diane Killebrew. I'm the Education Coordinator for the Dietetic Internship Program at Vanderbilt. The overall goal of Management, Business, and Community Rotations, or as we like to call it MBC, is to train future leaders for our profession, and more specifically to help individuals find their voice, their passion, wherever it might be. Some pretty innovative award-winning tools to do that. We just won an award at the national level for our best practice innovation when it comes to training difference makers in our profession. We use a 3-part strategy. One is grassroots innovation, prescriptive tools, and system thinking. And so within the scope of that framework, we help individuals find their voice, give them the skills to do that, and it really creates opportunities for flexing for win-win outcomes. Some of the unique opportunities that interns are involved in our Nashville community are really varied. We work with Second Harvest Food Bank, which has a very unique food system in itself, people trying to find access to food. We work with Nashville Urban Farm, actually go out to a large farm in Nashville and study sustainability and what does it take to create a farm from the ground up.
Yeah, Hands Nashville and been partnering with Vanderbilt's Dietetic Internship for the past couple of years, and it's been really helpful and impactful for us. Because we focus so much on youth education out here, the dietetic interns have usually a lot of background in education. A lot of that is the focus on what you guys go on to do. And so having having that skill set out here is really helpful to create educational materials. And then we also engage the interns out here to do some of the work to actually help us produce the food that we use in a lot of our educational curriculum here.
The whole food scene in Nashville has absolutely exploded in the past couple of years. We really had, in years past, a food desert, and I would describe it today as a food mecca. So we've tried to capitalize on that in terms of our intern training and in terms of the richness of opportunities available. And there's several different components that we do. One, for example, is the interns go off-site for a day to Whole Foods, and we work with the chef in their Salud training facility and actually create an Iron Chef event where interns break into teams and they prepare items and then they present it and pitch it to a group. The second thing that we've done is connect with a food writer for the Nashville Tennessean, Nancy Vanu. And she's quite famous both as a caterer and a chef, but has made her mark in our community as a reporter. She went with us to a five-star dining restaurant. All interns went and we sampled, we ate, we tasted. We enjoyed the Nashville farm fresh food items. And then interns came back to campus and wrote about what they had eaten. So they did a restaurant review. The third wheel of that training is interns become writers for the local Table magazine. And the local Table magazine really represents the food community that happens within 150 miles of Nashville. And so it's a very exciting way for interns to become part of Nashville food scene as food preparers, food tasters, and food writers. In years past, we really recognized that the whole research agenda was a gap in our programming. And this year we moved that forward and tried to close the gap. We created something called the Research Accelerator and launched the initiative on Food Day. Interns broke into teams and went around campus interviewing people to find out more about how they make food choices at work. Several exciting things fed off of that initial accelerator project. One is we ended up, interns developed research posters and actually took those posters to the Tennessee Academy of Nutrition meeting in March, which was very exciting to see our contribution alongside other practitioners in the state. The second thing that was very exciting was one team in particular identified and focused in on the cafe, our retail setting, and made a recommendation that people could increase their choices to eat healthy with a frequent buyer card. And I'm happy to say today that's happening.
I'd always wanted to work in clinical dietetics, so having the chance to be at a medical center like Vanderbilt that uses state-of-the-art technology as well as being on the cutting edge of research really allowed me to gain the clinical skills and the critical thinking skills to propel me forward for my future career.
Interns are involved in food service in a lot of different ways. The most important thing is that that's very unique to Vanderbilt, is that we don't think food service, we think food systems. The unique thing that we really focus on is that they're a personal food system. So you and I have an individual food system. And we really work with interns to help them understand how people and individuals plug in their personal food system into the larger food systems as a whole.
I love it when prospective applicants come to visit Vanderbilt. I think it's really important for you to visit a medical center or visit the site where you're thinking about doing your internship, to meet the internship director, meet some of the interns in the current class, really get a feel for the environment and the culture in which you'll be doing your internship program. Even if the program doesn't require an interview, it's really to your advantage to visit that program. You'll get a real feel for what it's like, and that will truly help you as you're doing your ranking. One of the things that I think is really important to remember is that you should listen to your heart of hearts when you're doing your ranking for internship programs. Where you want to go is really what you should put as your number one choice. If you don't put it as your number one choice, you'll never have a chance of matching there. So don't pay any attention to what other people say in terms of, oh, it's really hard to get into this program or it's easier to get into this program. Go where you want to go. Follow your heart, listen to your gut. It will never steer you wrong. And wherever you match, that's where you're meant to be. You'll get out of your internship what you put into it, and you'll have a great experience.
Incredible. I made long-lasting relationships with a bunch of friends that I still talk to every month, a handful of the interns.
That's been one of the most profound and wonderful parts of this internship for me, was making relationships with the other girls in the program.
Yeah, I think actually the experience with the other interns sort of made the entire experience, and still I would consider them my very good friends today.
It is an opportunity I'll always be so thankful I had, and it really gave me the skills to equip me to be an excellent entry-level practitioner.
Vanderbilt truly is an experience that I will never forget, and I couldn't have asked for a better staff or a better group of preceptors to learn from. I know that the relationships that were built and the memories that were made throughout this entire program will stay with me forever, and I would not have wanted to be anywhere else.
The southern wind sings again, and not a lullaby.